Welcome back to this week's episode of Redstall's Red Flags, the show where I give you advice and about all the red flags that you're going to encounter in life, specifically this year, 2020, the election year. Today is a week before March the 3rd. You have 7 more days to vote. You can mail in your vote or you can go to any of the polling stations right now, but we have less than 7 days before March the 3rd where we're going to go into the primary and vote for our favorite candidate and vote on the measures and the propositions. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Every week I'm going to give you some advice. This week I'm going to tell you about what to watch out for. I urge you to watch out for all of those flyers that come through your mailbox. They are untrue, whether it be propositions, measures, whether it be lies about a political candidate, whatever it is, be very aware of what you're reading. In fact, I would suggest tearing it up if it's one candidate lying about the other. It's not one candidate saying truths about the other. They are lies. I wanted to see if there was any recourse, if there was anything that can be done to stop one candidate lying about the other. So, a couple of days ago, I decided to call my favorite radio show host, Bill Handel on the Law. And here's how the conversation went.
Ma'am, what can I do for you?
I live in the 25th district, and of course there's an election coming up. One congressman who's running as a candidate here for the Republican side seems to be attacking another congressman, but for untrue statements. And basically this one candidate is sending out flyers, robotexts, doing really underhanded things that are lies and can be proven to be lies about the other candidate. What rights does anyone have here? Isn't this slander or libel?
No, it is not. It is because it's someone running for office. There is all kinds of political First Amendment stuff involved. There is very little protection. And the bottom line is, if you're running for office, it is almost your duty to lie about the other candidate.
Okay, so Steve Knight can lie about Mike Garcia.
They do nothing but lie on those when they're attacking other candidaets.
So they can send out flyers, they can do robo-texts, and they can do all that. That's what Steve Knight is doing to Mike Garcia.
Yep, they absolutely can. But let's talk about what kind of lies. Now, he can't go out there and say that the other candidate is having sex with goats, particularly immature goats that aren't consenting adult goats. That makes it even worse. He can't do that, but what are the lies that we're talking about, Victoria? Give me an example.
That he did not vote for Trump in 2016 when he did vote for Trump. He did vote in the primary, but
all right, so what? I got it.
Mike Garcia voted for Donald Trump in 2016 in the primary. When it came to the general election, he was out of state at the time and could not vote. Mike Garcia has always been a Republican, a conservative, and he's never gone against our president once.
First one, I absolutely do support the president. I always have from the beginning, and in fact, I voted for President Trump in the primary in 2016.
And the second one is that he didn't pay his taxes. Well, of course he did. I mean, this is wicked.
Okay. Then what he has to do is counter that and accuse the other one of not paying their taxes. Let me tell you, it's not me. I pay my taxes. You didn't pay your taxes. It's just going to be a fisticuff fight with the two candidates. No, you can't stop it. There's no libel. There's no defamation when it comes to running a candidacy like that. Victoria, they lie through their teeth.
The important part on this ballot is to say no on Prop 13. You're going to see flyers in your mailboxes. I've gotten a few of them. It's got a picture of Ronald Reagan. It's got a picture of a bald eagle. On the cover, it's got a picture of Ronald Reagan, and it's titled Republican Revolution, and it's got a list of conservative frontrunners in various districts throughout the state, with my name included on this, saying yes on Proposition 13. And my name's actually the first name on this list of front-running Republicans in the state. And when you read the fine print, it says, hey, by the way, no one on here has anything to do with Prop 13, nor do they support Prop 13. This is a paid advertisement. It's not even a Republican paid-for letter. Okay, so it's all even the eagle on the front is innocent. He didn't do anything.
So as you can see, they can lie through their teeth. Just don't believe what you hear and don't believe what you read. Make up your own mind. As for the propositions, I wanted to get an expert's opinion. I've known Bert Brink for 25 years. He's a retired sergeant with the LA County Sheriff's Department, and he's running for assembly. He knows all about the propositions, and I chose to learn about Proposition 13, a very dangerous proposition that in the primary you must vote no on this proposition. When it gets to the general election, I'll be advising you again on my show, Redstall's Red Flags.
Proposition 13, which is going to be on the March ballot, this is one of those fake mailers that came out that said it's from the California GOP. It is not from the California GOP. California GOP has nothing to do with this. This is paid for by contractors and other people to make it look like it's something from the California GOP.
So don't fall for the junk mail. Obviously, you're seeing a lot of junk mail out there hitting me. You're seeing a lot of junk mail hitting this Prop 13 and associating my name on it. No on Prop 13. Vote twice for Mike, and we'll get through this election, and I promise things will work out.
So Proposition 13 that's on the March ballot has nothing to do with our 1978 Prop 13, which was protecting our businesses and our homes. That's going to be in November, and it's part of that split roll that they're trying to do. This Prop 13 is nothing more than a school bond issue. We already have 4 current school bonds that are going on right now that we are paying billions of dollars for. This will add another $15 to $25 billion cost to the taxpayers of California.
For 42 years, right, the state has trained us to say Prop 13 equals good. This year, they put on the ballot a new Prop 13.
We don't have a money problem, we have a mismanagement problem in the state of California. This is why we need to stop these bonds, we need to stop the additional taxes to the taxpayers in the state of California, and we need to fight back. Now, our budget, according to Governor Gavin Newsom, is in a surplus. If we have a surplus of money, why are we asking for the voters to give more money somewhere else? You take it from the surplus and you do what you need to do and do the jobs they were supposed to do.
And this is in the midst of one of the largest budget surpluses the state's ever seen. They're trying to raise our taxes, right? Yeah. So no on Prop 13 on this ballot.
Protect your tax money.
This Prop 13 in this ballot is a hard no, unless you want to pay more in taxes.
Vote no on Proposition 13.
Be very careful on those propositions. My humble opinion is vote no on every single proposition. Thank you for tuning in to Redstall's Red Flags, where I look out for you. See you next week, right here on Redstall's Red Flags.